Alright guys, the much awaited BBC documentary about what happened in Parliament during the 2024 Finance Bill demonstration is out and we cannot await to watch it. Before that, let's just put everything into context. I'll play this short video from this member of Parliament highlighting what led to that particular unfortunate event that took place in Parliament. Before I proceed with the video of BBC, let's watch this.
Still struggling with the previous finance bill is like we members of Parliament, we are doomed. We are doomed. Members of Parliament, we are doomed. I'm telling you, we are doomed. Another question that these members of Parliament of Kenya Kwanza are not asking themselves is that the timing of this finance bill is not good. And it's not showing a good picture to this nation. And you have seen the president of Kenya moving all over the world, trying to bring the investors here. But you will realize that whatever is happening in this country is being carried viral to the entire world. Is saying that Kenya is a country that cannot be predicted when it comes in terms of the taxation. Members of Parliament today, as we are here, you have noted that most of the people there, they are not happy. And we are elected by those people to represent them. By coming up and even bringing and even going ahead and bringing more taxation on digital content creators. And that is the only area that most of the young people who does not have the job opportunities, they are lining there. It is very much unfair. I think it is high time that we need to go back to our budget that we made as members of Parliament. You will realize that as members of Parliament, we did not scrutinize when the president said that we should live within our means. Indeed, even the Parliament, and I want to thank the Speaker and even the Clerk of the National Assembly, they made us today, we are not traveling across the world the way we used to go and learn. But today, you see, even the budget of the Parliament is only 400 million and something. But you see the office of the cabinet is about 1 billion plus something. The office of the deputy president, 4 billion. The office of the president, 4 billion. The state house, 7 billion. That is what we say that we should live within our means. Mr. Speaker, I was just trying to highlight some of the things that has created a lot of emotion. And you will realize that the Kenyans, the way this country is being managed, it is being managed just something else. Why do you want to play with the minds of Kenyans? Why do you introduce the tax on transportation of sugarcane? Why do you introduce taxation on 16% on bread? You want to attract the emotion of the Kenyans and you retreat, but then you have another agenda on that. That's why, Mr. Speaker, sir, I want to ask this House that now we cancel all this bill, we go back to the budget, we start now from there, we cut off, and then we start from the scratch. But this matter of bringing another new finance bill when the Kenyans are still struggling with the previous finance bill is like we members of Parliament, we are doomed. We are doomed. Members of Parliament, we are doomed. I'm telling you, we are doomed.
Well, I began my video with that particular video of Peter Salese speaking in Parliament before the events that took place on that fateful day. He was trying to warn the Kenya Kwanza parliamentarians regarding the anger of Kenyans towards the Finance Bill 2024, the demonstration that was taking place. And that's why I started by playing that particular video so that I may just put everything into context. But the much awaited BBC documentary is out, and BBC has managed to put faces behind the triggers of that particular day, and it's very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. It's very sad, guys, because Kenyans did not deserve to go through such a horrific incident. I'll read from their website. This is what the BBC website has posted this particular morning. The members of Kenya Security Forces who shot dead anti-tax protest at the country's parliament last June have been identified by the BBC. The BBC analysis of more than 5,000 images also shows that those killed there were unarmed and not posing a threat. The East African nation constitution guarantees the right to peaceful protest, and the deaths caused a public outcry. Yes, that's according to BBC, and I have extracted the statement right from their website. That's what they said. They've managed to put the faces behind the triggers of on that particular day. I'll continue to read. Despite a parliamentary committee ordering Kenya's Independent Policing Oversight Authority (IPOA) to investigate the deaths on the street of the capital, Nairobi, and make public its findings, no report regarding the killings at Parliament has yet been issued, and no one has been held to account. The BBC World Service team analyzed videos, photos taken by protesters, journalists and journalists to speak on the day, and determined when each was taken using camera metadata, live streaming timings, and public clocks visible in the shot. That's how they managed to put the faces behind the trigger on that unfortunate day. The BBC World Service team analyzed videos, photos, and everything, and they compiled them together to make today's documentary. They plotted, or they made, a 3D reconstruction of Kenya's parliament, allowing them to trace the fatal shots back to the rifles of a police officer and a soldier. That's according to BBC. What follows is BBC Africa's eye-detailed timeline of event as Kenya's MPs entered parliament for the final vote. Yes, if you have not watched, rush to the BBC. Click on the link at the BBC. You will have to see the entire video of what really happened on that particular day, because young people labeled as Gen Z protesters who had mobilized themselves on social media began streaming into central Nairobi early in the morning in what would be the capital's third large-scale protest to the finance bill was introduced on May 9th. It was a beautiful party, says prominent human rights source to speak, who was there, and kids came with Bluetooth speakers, water, and flag, just to display, or just to air their grievances and to say that the finance bill was wrong. Remember, member of parliament, others chose to walk out. As you can see on your screen, those are the members of parliament, especially from the opposition side, who say that indeed the bill was not good to Kenyans. Babu Owino was also in that particular day on the gate. He managed to jump the gate and came down to try and engage the Gen Z during that particular day. I think you can see the photo of Babu Owino trying to jump outside the gate and just engage the Gen Z, and it was really unfortunate event, something that should be condemned from all corners, and we are waiting to see what the government's response towards that documentary is gonna be today, because the documentary has caused, or has ignited again, the wounds of the June 2024 demonstration of last year. If it is your first time on my channel, guys, before you sign out, could you kindly just hit that subscription button and put on a notification bell as well, so that when I do subsequent videos, you'll not miss out. Adios, ciao ciao.